like to talk about the project that you're here with and where you're from?
Sure. My name is Chrissy Kaleric. I'm the director of Zombie Mom. It's a feature film coming up this fall. We are from the Akron and Cleveland area. The movie itself is actually a family-friendly zombie film. So it's a little low-grade. Stage 1 and Stage 2 zombies, not a lot of Stage 4, Stage 5 zombies that need to be taken down. But it's family-friendly, and we have a large cast of characters. It's pretty advanced feature, so we have a lot of work to do. And we're currently raising money for it, so I'm here to promote the film. I'm selling t-shirts, I'm selling raffle tickets, and I'm letting people know about our next event that's coming up. There's a zombie bowling event coming up in June 8th.
All right, so what are you going to have at the Zombie Bowl?
Zombie Bowl is going to have professional makeup artists. We have some GD Effects who's here today at the Horror Hotel Convention. They are going to be doing makeup. We have about 5 or 6 makeup artists coming in, and the individual can come and bowl. They can bowl as zombies or just bowl with zombies. We have a DJ coming in. It's going to be cosmic bowling, so it'll have the laser lights and black lights and dance music. We'll have several raffle prizes that we have available to us, and we're also going to be having all day long different types of games for kids and activities for kids.
And you just want to say when that's going to be again, so that anybody who's interested will be able to go?
That'd be great. The Zombie Bowl is June 8th. It's going to be at the Fastlane Bowling Alley in Barberton, Ohio. And you can check out ilovezombiemom.com for more information.
So you're definitely going to fill a niche that you don't see a lot in the family-friendly zombie movie.
Exactly. We're trying a new angle. I'm a mother of 3, and we're looking for something that the family can enjoy together.
So if your kid loves zombies, make sure you guys head out to the Zombie Bowl.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun that day.
Well, thank you very much for meeting with us.
I appreciate it.
My name is Keith Munden, and I am here with...
I am Dr. Zombie.
And what do you do? And
I am with a show in Cleveland, Ohio called The Daughter of the Ghoul Show. We're going to be seen on the Time Warner Cable Network, channel 196. And I am kind of one of Janet Decay's sidekicks.
okay. And you're talking, of course, of Scream Queen Janet J.
There is none other.
Yes, yes. And from what I'm hearing, your show is a evolution of Ghoulardi and the ghoul and
Yes.
and the horror host thing. Can you talk a little bit about what your show concerns? I mean, for people who don't know,
We have tried to preserve the spirit of Ghoulardi as best we can, and we do a fairly fine job of it. We have skits on our show, we have new talent time, we have all the skits that Ghoulardi used to do, except for blowing things up. We show bad old movies with a very, very interesting hostess, Janet Decay, and I do interviews for her as well with other interesting people.
Okay, awesome. Do you do the... have you shown Night of the Living Dead on your show?
We have not yet shown Night of the Living Dead.
Okay. Now, are you going to copy the gag where Barbara goes up the stairs and then instead of cutting to the head, it cuts to the guy gurning and then ba 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 boo mow mow? That I always love that gag.
I think we used that about 4 episodes ago when Janet Decay was not our hostess. We had another girl.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Do you have any advice to any one who wants to get into the horror host game?
I will give the advice that Kevin Smith once gave to an actor. He said, you have to own it.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. It was nice talking to you. And go ahead and plug your website or your channel. Like, are you on the internet?
Okay, I am on Amazon.com. I'm the author of the Once and Future horror show, The Legend of Zombie Apocalypse. It's a book about the entire zombie apocalypse belief system. The show, Daughter of the Ghoul Show, is on channel 196 in the Time Warner Cable Network. You can catch us on Thursday nights about 9 o'clock.
Awesome. Well, all right. Thank you. Thank you for talking to us.
This is Rico, and I'd like to introduce your name.
Matt Brooks, and I work with Gap Productions.
Okay, and how many years have you been filming?
I've been doing a lot of backyard films and stuff since I was 16, and then I went to media school in college, but I've been making movies, I guess professionally, indie-wise, since 2008.
Okay. Now, how many years have you been filming? I mean, what types of films have you been filming?
We basically started with drama comedy, a somewhat autobiographical picture about my relationship with a really awful girlfriend, and basically what came about with that. And then we moved on to Bone Cave, which is a horror film, and now we're working on Serial Nightmares. It's just released. It's available on our website at gapproductions.com. All of our films are actually, and that's kind of an anthology, sort of like Creep Show or Tales from the Crypt. So
Okay. Now, how long are your films ranging? Like 15, 20 minutes long?
They're feature length, ranging like around 87, 90 minutes. So
Okay. Now, what advice would you give to other filmmakers?
I guess the biggest advice I would give is you can start a movie for any amount of money. You may or may not finish it, depending on how much drive and stuff you have, but make as many shorts as you can. If you can shoot into a feature, if you can make a feature, I would almost advise someone to make a dialogue film first. Because if you can learn dialogue, you can basically bring that into other genres and stuff, and it's a cheap way to foray into making your first feature. So you're doing that with your avoiding special effects. You're basically eliminating some stuff that you need. So you're focusing on your performances, you're focusing on your actors, and you're focusing on your techniques. I think that's a really good way to build on your resume.
Oh, that's good. You want to move on further into films in the next quite a few years, or?
All of us want to move up to bigger and better films. We want to make films on 10,000, 20,000, $500,000, all the way up to obviously big budget films. Most of us start out here, and it's a good place to start. But it's not a place that we want to stay. Most of us would much rather be making Jaws or Saw or something like that. We'd much rather be making those films than making low budget ones. We love what we do. And it gives us that artistic freedom outside of the studio, but we all want to move up to be making our blockbuster, so to speak.
Okay. That's okay. And go ahead and plug your production company and your if you got a Facebook or a space
You can find us on Facebook at Gap Productions. Bone Cave also has its own Facebook, and so does Serial Nightmares. All of our films, Ecstasy, Bone Cave, and Serial Nightmares, are available at gapproductions.com. They're $10 plus shipping and handling, and we accept all major credit cards.
All right, that's cool. All right,
thanks.
Hey, thanks a lot, Matt.
Keith Munden once again, and I am with
Mike Trevisano, Empty Films, and a member of the Midnight Movie television show.
All right. How many?
I'm reversing it on you, aren't I?
Yeah. How many movies have you made, and what genres would you say they are?
Well, I've made probably, let me see, multiple short films, 5-minute short films. I've done a Tales to Tell at Midnight horror suspense series, kind of like Tales from the Crypt and Creep Show. One's called The Audition, and one is called Melissa. I'm working on my third one, probably in about a month and a half to 2 months. I've done a feature-length suspense. I've done a short romantic comedy. And like I said, I've done a few short films, mostly suspense. My specialty is what I like to really do is the suspense and mystery, get under your skin type of creep and horror stuff.
And what can you say about the Midnight Movie?
The Midnight Movie actually has been on the air for how many years, Brian? 15 years, actually. And it was on hiatus for a few years, and then we came back on the air. We're on WOW Cable right now, Channel 19. We're going to be on Time Warner within the next month or two, hopefully. Basically what that is generic form of Big Chuck and Little John, Houlihan, Big Chuck, Goulardi, that type of format. We show the B movies, mostly the B horror movies, the campy classics like Plan 9 from Outer Space, The Killer Shrews. Plan 9 from Outer Space actually is not the worst movie ever made. It was The Creeping Terror. Take my word for it.
Yeah, with the rug monster.
The rug monster. That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh, goodness.
So tell me, you're a fellow filmmaker yourself, right?
Yeah.
What type of films do you make?
Quite a bit of horror. There's some comedy in there. We're trying to branch out to other genres, but
Like you want me like maybe like the slapstick kind of comedies and still stick with the horror?
yeah, they're kind of slapstickish. The Black Box definitely was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely more of a goofy comedy, and I guess we're going to be spoofing Ghost Hunters and Paranormal Activity with a project called Unknown Journeys, and that's going to be very slapstick.
I don't know if you really want to spoof Ghost Hunters and stuff because what comes around goes around, and I've been on a few overnight ghost hunts. It's just something you just don't want to mess with. Okay, I've done Mansfield overnight twice. I've been to Boundsville Prison Penitentiary out in West Virginia, and you just got to be real careful when you're treading those waters about spoofing any kind of possessions or ghosts or hauntings.
Oh, yeah.
Take my word for it.
Well, you have to tell Rico. It's his idea there. He's one of our actors, Richard Bothier.
What's the name of your film company? Where are you based out of?
Legacy Verse Productions, and I'm out of Sandusky, Ohio.
Any way that they can find you online? Do you have a website or a Facebook page or any way they can reach you?
Yes. Well, we're on Facebook, and we're also on www.legacyverseproductions.com or www.freewebs.com/legacyproductions, which was the original webpage.
Very good, very good. So, is this your first time here at Horror Hotel out in Hudson?
Yes, it is.
Now, what's your experience? I mean, what do you think about it?
I think it was very cool. I mean, I kind of went into this kind of knowing that we weren't going to probably make a lot of money, selling stuff, but it's been a fantastic networking tool, and I highly recommend it to any movie makers or any related things in the area to definitely get the table. It's pretty cheap, $70. Get your movie screen for $35.
Now that means he's locked into the $70 price for next year. Now that you just said that, you know that.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, there you go.
So I agree with you, though. I mean, things like this, whether it draws a big crowd or a small crowd or even an average crowd, it is about networking. You have people who never met you, don't know much about what you do, and now you're introducing your brand and your product to people who are into this type of a thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I mean, it's a win-win for basically everybody.
And I've seen all kinds of movies this weekend. Very, very, good ones, stuff on our level, which is, decent, getting better. I mean, I've seen some really good stuff, including yours. I watched that short film you did last night.
Well, thank you.
That was fantastic. I mean, it was a drama, and I kept waiting for it to do the horror twist, but it was a drama. It was just really fantastic. What was the name of that one?
That one was called Till Death Do Us Part. It's a 5-minute short film I did.
That was very good.
And then I started showing you another one, and we got booted out.
He got booted out. Yeah. Heck yeah.
I know. I turned the tables on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not
questions?
sure which interview we're doing here now.
We're doing a skit. Just wait. Wait.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
I guess I just have one more thing to request, and that is for you to do your Christopher Walken impression.
A what? Give me that. Hello, is this on? I don't know. Wait, you want me to do? Who are you?
I am Keith Munden.
You want what now?
You to do your Christopher Walken impression.
I don't do impressions like that. Christopher Walken style here at Horror Hotel. I just witnessed unbelievable bed of nails and things. Wow, it was kind of creepy. I don't know how you do it, but we're here at Horror Hotel conventions and makeup, effects, movies, trinkets, T-shirts, crafts, zombie moms, zombie directors. We got music, lectures, films, students, guy in costumes. It's good. Keith, filmmakers, horror movies, blood, guts, boobs. The 3 B's of horror movies is beer, boobs, and blood. That's what it is. Am I right?
Oh, absolutely.
Horror movies, 3 B's. Don't forget. Thank you for watching.
And thank you.
No problem. Anytime.
Hi, I'm here with Bob Katabish of RAK Films. Just wondering if you'd like to tell us about some of the projects you've got going on right now, where you're from.
Oh, sure. We're from the Stowe area. Our latest project is called Rack Force, which is like a superhero series, web series. We have a horror film called Trust Me Baby that will be coming out in about a week. That is also on it'll be on a double feature with another film called Love That Coffee, which is kind of like a dominatrix type film. There's no nudity in our stuff, so I don't get that kind of impression, but our latest film was released last October. It's called Kill Them Right. It's a like a spy spoof in the Russ Meyer vein, which most of our movies, all our movies are like that. It's an action comedy. A couple other films we've done is Tarot Killer and What a Guy and Guilty. You know, it's another one that's coming out. So we have a lot of things going on.
Well, it sounds like you guys work in a lot of different genres. Is there anything that you particularly enjoy doing?
Our specialty is more the comedy, you know, like the Benny Hill or Hee Haw, if you remember that kind of stuff. Pretty cheesy, pretty cheap stuff, but it's
classic.
Yes, that's our main goal, you know.
Right. So do you have any advice to anybody who would like to start making films on their own?
Sure. Just the most basic thing is just go out and do it. If it doesn't matter about your equipment, don't worry about the costs. You can do something pretty cheap. You can do it. Great actresses are available. All you got to do is ask them. Okay, you know, you don't. They won't say yes if you don't ask them. Okay, so you know, go out there and network, and you'll be surprised what you can do. You know, if you have the idea, you can do it.
Well, it seems like you guys have really been enjoying yourselves.
Oh.
Was there any interesting stories you've got from the last film that you've worked on?
Oh boy, no.
That's yes.
Just, you know, be careful about your locations. You know, people calling police on you or chasing you out. People come out of the woodwork. If you're working at 6 o'clock in the morning, you think nobody's around. You'll surprise, surprise, you know. So
another piece of advice would be to inform local law enforcement if you're going to be filming.
Sometimes. Yeah, wise guy, yes.
I kind of feel like this is a point that's being reiterated a lot this week.
Yes, but don't be afraid. Guerrilla filmmaking is just fine.
Just have your getaway car ready.
Right.
Well, thank you very much for talking with us, Bob.
Well, thank
We
you.
look forward to seeing the finished product on your film.
I'm Keith Munden, and you are
Jeffrey James. How can I help you?
What I noticed your setup here at the Horror Hotel. What do you do?
I'm a sculptor and an artist, and this is the stuff I make.
Okay.
So I make everything from sculptures, full, larger size to prop pieces, whatever.
Okay. How long have you been doing this?
I've been sculpting about 12 to 20 years. I graduated in '90 from college for sculpture, and I've been doing the prop work about 7 to 10.
Okay. Where are you out of?
Dayton, just north of Dayton, Ohio.
Okay. Is there any advice you would give anybody who wants to do what you're doing?
Sculpting?
Yes.
Keep doing it. Keep practicing. Play. You know, you just don't stop. It's really, you know.
What is would you say is your favorite piece, your best piece?
My best piece that's here or my favorite piece or just in general?
In general.
I like figurative work. I like doing surrealistic type figurative work, which fits really well into the horror theme. So, a lot of dark, creepy skulls.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Right.
All right. Would you like to plug your website or where
You
they
can,
find you?
yeah, that's fine. Look for me at The Goblin Trader on Etsy.com or The Goblin Trader on Facebook.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much
nice.
for this interview.
So, can I have you introduce yourself?
All right. My name is Draven LeBeau with Fire Extinct Productions.
Okay, and what is it that you guys do?
We do the classic sideshow bits like you would see at Coney Island, like in the 1930s. The human blockhead, fire eating, fire breathing. A member of ours is working on sword swallowing.
Sword swallowing.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to get past airport security these days, though.
No, I don't think so either. It's very difficult to make it so they notice.
Now, you mentioned you guys do human blockhead. How
Yes.
does that trick work?
The human blockhead works off of a piece of human anatomy that most people don't realize. What you do is you take a 10-penny nail and you insert it in your sinus cavity and drive it home. We also do other bits where we will put our hands in live animal traps. We will do things that most people would think are completely insane.
Well, I heard that you were prepared to actually give us a demonstration.
Yes, I am.
One of your tricks. Did you want to do that?
Yeah, I can do that for you real quick. This is, like I was saying before, with the animal traps. This is one of my favorite things to do as a demonstration. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a actual live coyote trap. This thing was bought. Yes, guys, let's take a look. Yes, actual steel. This I bought at a bait shop in southern Ohio.
So this is not a trick.
No, this is
live
an actual
coyote trap. This is what you would do if you wanted to get those coyotes out of your yard.
Right. And it's kind of the ironic because a friend of mine gave me the idea due to my middle name. Comically enough, Coyote. Now this is a plastic spoon. This simulates the same density as the human finger. Yes, I know, I'm crazy. But as you can see, this thing does hit pretty hard.
Actually, if you take a close look, there's actually a dent cut into the side of that.
And now, I don't know, would you be willing to put your hand in this?
I think I'm going to pass and leave that to the professionals.
You sure? I was going to say, because the only thing that's the difference between me and you right now is I'm crazy enough to do this.
I was really hoping you were going to say, I know what I'm doing.
No, part of being in a sideshow is not exactly knowing what you're doing. So anyways, keep a close eye. You want to give that a nice hard tug? Come on, you can pull harder than that.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to say, you want to make sure it's more real fingers?
Yep.
The really bad part is I should have gotten a larger trap since I have such long fingers, but no damage. Nothing major.
And you said that's just from being crazy, not from knowing what you're doing.
Yeah, this is getting over your fear and wanting to do something that most people wouldn't even bother with.
I think we should probably advocate nobody trying this at home.
I would suggest it.
So if somebody wanted to have you show up at one of their parties, do an act, how would they get a hold of you?
Go onto our Facebook page, Phyrexian Productions, Phyrexian, and that's the easiest way to get a hold of us.
And you will provide your own traps?
Yes. The only thing that we usually ask for, if we need it, is a spare fire extinguisher if you want us to play with flames. So, that's really about it.
Well, that's a standard for about any good party, I think.
Right.
All right, well, thank you very much for showing us
Not a
that,
problem.
and I heard you had something else prepared as well.
Yes, if you were willing to assist me with it as well.
Let's give this a shot.
Like I was saying earlier, we use live animal traps with this whole bit, and what I will be showing you guys is what not to do with these things. This is actually a live coyote trap. It is designed to maim and harm small animals. Oh boy, this is going to be entertaining. What we will do, if I get this in center, is to set the trap. Now this is a plastic spoon. This will simulate my fingers in a little bit. And yes, it will break bone. Come on now. This spring is so tight on here. It's not even funny. Hold on one sec. Put some weight into this thing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye on this. Now guys, like I was saying earlier, this is a bed of nails that I have made. Over 1,000 4-inch framing nails are on this. They're spaced 3/4 of an inch apart. This will be enough to actually go through a human body if done improperly. Now, so you guys know, I have nothing on my back to sit there and make it so it's easier on me. If you guys, any of you would like to make sure, double check. Any of you? Would you like to?
I'm just going to touch it.
Go right ahead.
Try to lay on it or
I
not.
was going to say, make sure there's no tricks to it. Make sure it does not drop down. There's no gimmicks to it at all.
There's no gimmicks, people. There's no gimmicks at all.
Okay, now what I'd like you to do...
No.
No, check my back. Make sure there's no plates or anything. It's all just straight to me.
No, he's ready.
All right, now, what I'm going to have somebody do after I lay down on here, I believe it's your host. Young lady will be standing on top of me to make sure that we have extra pressure on this. If you don't mind me asking, how much do you weigh?
You're not ever supposed to ask that.
I know,
About
right?
140.
140, okay. I weigh 165, so that would be over 300 pounds on top of this. Oh boy, is this going to be fun.
He didn't even waste time. He just sat down like it was nothing.
Yes. Forward, please. This is so that she has a stable platform to stand on.
So she has a stable platform. Forget about you.
Yes, because I'm not stable. Come on now.
That's why the board's coming into play.
Yes. Go ahead, take a step.
Oh, do we have like a code word in case something goes wrong?
What's
You probably should have established that beforehand, huh?
Okay.
I was going to say, whenever you're comfortable, go ahead and step off. Anybody else want to stand? Anyone else? No one?
Rico?
I'll give it a try.
You'd like to? All right. Go ahead, stand on.
Oh boy.
Now, if you'd like to, bend at your knees. Give me a small jump.
Well, I mean, I don't want to hurt you.
Go right ahead.
Sure?
Yes.
Go.
No, go right ahead. I'm just trying to keep you stable here. Let's say one. Could you hold on to his hand?
You guys make me nervous.
It's okay. Anybody else? Anyone?
I'll go.
All right.
Your assistance, please.
Make sure you stand on it stable. Go ahead, give me a small jump.
Oh, I don't think so.
Can I help you now?
Come on, Sonny, jump.
No. God, no.
You comfortable?
Yes.
Good. I'm getting off now.
Go right ahead.
Jeez. Good job, man. Good job.
Last one. One more.
One more.
Wow. Your hand getting up?
Let's check your back and I'll see how it looks.
You want to see?
Ayalaha.
I was going to say, this is not a trick.
No kidding.
I
Wow.
was going to say, if you'd like to see just how easy somebody can do this,
No.
let's say. I was going to say, my assistant will even lay on this.
How it feel? Comfortable?
Comfy.
As we kid around, this is our idea of acupuncture.
It's very comfortable.
It's very comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You got it? Yeah. This is actually just one of the bits we do. We also do fire eating, we do fire breathing, we'll do the human blockhead, we can do basically any of your classic sideshow bits. And, well, they're just as entertaining.
we're back, and we're going to be seeing some more crazy stuff. I don't know what. There's a bed of nails and animal traps and things in his hands. And now he said he wants to do one more, so he's going to do something else here.
I was actually going to pull off an old bit that came from centuries and centuries ago, called a human blockhead. As it entails, yes, you must be a blockhead to do this one. What I'd like you to do, check this. Make sure it's real. No bends, doesn't break, nothing else.
That is a very real
10-penny nail. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we don't skimp out on things. What I will do is take this, along with a blunt instrument, and I will show you guys why you have to be a blockhead to do this one. Anybody want a close up?
This is just not
That's
right.
what I was gonna say. Make sure it's in there.
You got something stuck in your nose.
Yes, I know. It's called a nail. I was gonna say. Now the fun part.
No.
Great way to clear sinuses, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what to say.
Ow.
Yeah. What's your most uncomfortable one that you've done?
My most uncomfortable trick I've done so far would have to be probably the fire eating at first.
At first. No, now it's okay.
Yeah, now it's perfectly fine for me. I've done it with torches. I've done it with small bits of cotton. I've done bits like taking a soup can and crushing my fingers with it without injuring myself. Like I said, the classic sideshow done right.
I gotta hand it to him. He's crazy.
Yes, and I'm not the only one in the group.
No, you're not.
There's also one of our other members does a bit called Money Jar.
And what does that entail?
He takes a industrial staple gun. Oh, thank you. An industrial staple gun, and he will staple money to himself. Forehead, chest, arms, whatever.
Do people get to walk by and just take the money off them?
No, they're usually the ones stapling it to them.
Oh, they're stapling it to them.
But I figure if you guys want a little comical demonstration.
Okay, what are you going to do?
Cotton ball. Simple enough. Add flame.
We're going to back off a little bit just in case things go haywire.
I was going to say, keep an eye on the cotton ball, keep an eye on the fire.
Okay, he's got no taste buds left.
Actually, it tastes pretty well, actually.
Actually, it probably helps it out.
Yes, it does, actually. It takes off a lot of the dead particulates and things that would hinder it.
You know, it actually smells like roasted marshmallows.
Yes, it kind of tastes like it,
It
too.
really does.
Tastes like it, too.
Hey, there you go. Roasted marshmallow cotton balls.
Yes.
Thank you for all your demonstrations.
Not a problem, sir.
We are out. We are out.
This is Rico, and once again, you've met Wendy, and we're gonna just go over the simple situations, the simple questions I've answered before, but we're gonna answer them again. Ask questions. Okay, your name?
Wendy.
That's it. I mean, just Wendy, or
Yes.
What's your middle name and your last name?
No, Wendy's fine.
Man, that's sad.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is your company? Who do you work for?
I work for Legacy Verse Productions.
Okay.
Al Sandusky.
And when did you start?
Technically, I didn't start till 2010, but I did work in some of his films in 2009.
And who's the director, or who's in charge of Legacy?
Keith Munden.
Don't know him. Okay. What type of films do you guys do?
We do.
Please don't say porn or something. Okay, well.
Horror and slasher movies.
All right. That could be edited out, right? Okay. Okay, all right, okay. So, okay, you do horror, right? And what else do you do?
Comedy.
Comedy, okay. Drama, musicals?
We just got done with a drama.
Okay.
No, it's not drama.
What is it, a horror, drama?
It's a thriller.
Thriller?
No, a psychological thriller.
Okay.
Yes,
name of the movie?
TikTok.
And who's the lead actor in that movie? That's it. Go ahead. Who's the lead actor?
Well, you are.
I am?
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
That's right. Good. I heard that. I'm a good actor. All right. And so what advice would you give to upcoming filmmakers?
Don't get discouraged.
Okay.
And continue doing the best you can. Yep. And have fun.
Okay.
Yes.
Anything else you want to say to the public, or?
Hi, Mom.
That's cut. This is cut. That's done.
Okay.